talk with Jackson and Spencer.
Alrighty, guys. Well, first of all, Jimmy Graham is out because of ankle injury. First, I want to talk about that and the Saints and how that's going on. So, got anything to say about that?
I mean, it's pretty much. It really doesn't matter if he's out because they're doing so terrible.
They're doing terrible, but they're facing the Bucs, and that's not as good of a team. And the Buccaneers will really make a difference, and hopefully will get them going to the win.
But they played Chargers, who were a terrible team, and barely even pulled that out.
Well, they're okay. They're doing better than that. They're losing to all the bad teams. See, I went to the Chiefs game. They lost during that. People cuss, and you don't want to go to a game at the Saints game when they lose because it's not good. But so you want them to win. All of a sudden, there are some drunk people. You go to a game, there's gonna be some odd people, weird people, and it's good. That happens when you go to those kind of games. But I want to talk about Jimmy Graham. He's out with an ankle injury, and they're facing the Buccaneers. Terrible team here in this situation. Who they are playing? They're playing a terrible team. With Jimmy Graham out, it's not going to be, that's not very helpful.
Breeze and Graham, that is a package.
Yes. Jimmy Graham being out is not going to help the Saints win against the Buccaneers. They have a good chance. But that chance isn't going to be here for a while. No, we're not moving. Jimmy Graham helps the Saints out for the wins. He can catch good. But moving on to Vilma return. Vilma is returning this week. He will be playing against the Buccaneers. Saints had terrible defense. Coming back with that, I had Saints defense on my fantasy team. I changed that to Patriots defense. I need good defense because my record's 3-3 now on fantasy football. But back to Vilma. Okay, Vilma return. Roger Goodell's a big jerk. Last week it was a bye, so he couldn't play. He had to sit out another week till now he's back. So
then former commissioner to hear the appeals instead of Goodell. What do you think about that?
What? Goodell? Goodell?
The former commissioner to hear the appeals instead of Goodell.
Okay. Goodell, Saints. Really not working out right now.
That's pretty much basically a big fight.
Yeah. Goodell. In these restaurants, they got signs like this. Let me show you one. It's one that says, "Do not serve this man." Somewhere in here, but I do have one. I may get you to that on the next episode, but it's not here with me right now. Well, I don't know what's going to happen to the Saints because of that, right? Sean Payton is gone, so that's not going to help them. Aaron Cromer is not doing so well.
Yeah.
So,
now they have a better chance because it's the former commissioner. Because, they didn't have any problems. I know.
Okay, moving on to Saints versus Buccaneers. Saints and the Buccaneers. Buccaneers, terrible team. Saints, terrible team this year. Last year, in 2009, they won the Super Bowl. 2009 they did that. Last year, lost against the 49ers. That was a close game there. Very close.
And Graham set a record in that game. And then 2 plays later.
At that part, my dad, oh my goodness. Yelling Buccaneers stink outside. Oh my goodness. And then they come back. Not Buccaneers, my bad, 49ers. See, not really helpful here. Moving on. Saints in Super Bowl this year. I don't think that's going to turn out. They're probably not even going to make the playoffs unless somebody loses
All their games.
a little more games or a few more games or catch up doing bad with the Saints. They might have a chance of going to the not Super Bowl, playoffs, but they can't do well. Falcons, I think they're undefeated. Whatnot, they're going to have to play one of those good teams in the playoffs. If they make it to the playoffs, and they're doing terrible right now. So I don't think they're going to be able to move on, come up, and do that.
So next is, will Saints have won the first 10 draft picks?
Well, they'll be in the first 10.
Yeah.
Want first or second, third. Probably not first because there's a lot of other teams. If they keep up this terribleness, it's going to be first. But I mean, I'm looking forward. I'm here to say
If they
it.
do,
First pick of the NFL draft.
and I can argue.
The New Orleans Saints pick.
No, I
Whoever they pick. I mean, I can
But
already hear
still,
that going on.
Yeah, I can already hear my head. Brad Turkadell say, with the first overall pick of the 2013 draft, the New Orleans Saints select.
I mean, I can hear them doing that too. It's up in my brain right now. With that team not in the place, they're doing terrible right now. So I don't think they're going to be able to move on and go to the Super Bowl this year.
But still,
I mean, Super Bowl, this is a terrible year for the Saints. Bounty is over here, and Super Bowl's right on top. It's in their home, the big old stupid, not stupid, but Mercedes-Benz Superdome. It's right there. And then Bounty's right here. That's not going to help them out, so I don't know what to
but
do.
then again, if they do have a first draft, if they do have the first overall, then it's going to be kind of bad because they have to draft something besides a quarterback because they already have one of the most dominant quarterbacks in the league.
They're going to be getting either defense or offensive lineman. They need that.
But still,
Defense, not so good, and offensive lineman, not so
you
good.
never drafted one first.
I know. I mean, whatnot.
Yeah.
Offensive lineman's terrible. Drew Brees, I don't know how many times he's gotten sacked, but I mean, he is not doing as good as I think. He's getting sacked. It's offensive lineman. Moving on to MLB right now. Okay? Yankees lost the AL Championship.
Well, actually, the Yankees haven't swept the first time in 30 years.
Yankees lost, so they're not going to make it to the World Series. So, well, since that's going to happen, I don't know, something.
Let's see. But still, then again, they lost 4 games. But then again, they lost out with A-Rod's out with the wrist.
Okay, moving on. Rangers out the postseason. Rangers are out the postseason, so, I mean, not so good here. Rangers out, my favorite team. Rangers are out, so I don't know what to do through that. So Rangers out the postseason. That's amazing. They're doing awesome this year. Awesome. Awesome.
And then that last 10 games, they just fell in the slump.
They're not doing so good. I have some in the NCAA, but I want to talk about the Rangers.
Well, next topic is, will Rangers re-sign Josh Hamilton?
Okay, we need about to wrap it up. It's 10:01.
Cut.